Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. It's ecommerceruns.com blog presenting our series of lectures on the Konga course, obviously presented by yours truly, Chiodogu, for the series that we're calling the 12 Days of E-commerce Christmas Day 2. And just to give you a quick recap, for the 12 Days of E-commerce Christmas, I'll be sharing 12 tips, tricks, and tactics for Konga sellers that want to improve their sales and their margins during the Christmas sale 2015. So, what are we going to talk about in the first 7 lectures? Well, we're going to be talking about the 7 mistakes that hurt Konga sellers. So, like I mentioned in the first episode, we covered product listings. Today, we're going to cover KPI metrics and Christmas inventory level management. So let's dive right into the lecture and then let you guys get back to tweaking your stores and making some sales for yourselves, for your family, and of course, crushing e-commerce. So we'll be talking about KPI metrics and Christmas inventory level management. Day 2 of the 12 Days of E-commerce Christmas. So, first one is the KPI metrics that you need to review in order to optimize your store for better performance during the Christmas holiday. So, the 2 things I'd really like you to focus on are your negative feedback and your deliveries and returns. So, what do I mean by negative feedback? So, when you purchase an item on the store, you usually see a space for reviews, either with a comment box and like a star rating. So, I want you to focus on anything that has given you a negative feedback in the past. So if customers have commented on, oh, the product is not what it was described as, it was broken, it was messed up, jacked up, whatever. Any negative feedback that you've received, you don't want to have an accumulation of negative feedback on your store. If you do have negative feedback, you need to call and have a conversation with your customer and figure out exactly what caused the problem. It could actually mean a simple fix for you. Could be something like, oh, you know what, rather than then leaving a negative feedback, you say, hey, why don't you keep it for free and we'll send you a better product. Or you find some way to just manage the risk and manage the blowback from whatever caused the harmful feeling that resulted in the negative feedback. So there are many things you can do to improve your feedback rating on your store. You don't want to just leave it to chance. This is part of what is going to be your robust customer service strategy. So take a look at whatever is giving you negative feedback and be proactive in talking to your customers, figuring out what the problem is and how to rectify the problem. So I want you to think of it as a risk reversal strategy in your mind. So whatever risk is causing the issue, you need to be able to reverse that so that the customer has a pleasant experience from interaction with you and your store. Now, the next one is deliveries. Now, you don't have direct control over your deliveries or your returns, but you do work with certain logistics providers like Care Express and any other third-party logistics provider. So if they are not being effective in terms of delivering your product sometime after you've dropped it off at the logistics partner, you need to investigate why that's not happening. Could it be that they're overwhelmed with work, or could it be that there's a level of incompetence that is causing you to break your promise to your customer? Figure out why they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing in a timely manner and move to rectify the situation. You don't have to be stuck with one service provider if need be. Even if it means you working with a third-party provider that you find outside of the Konga network of logistics partner, you need to get your goods delivered to your customers on time. So if it means going that extra mile to find one that's very good and will suit your needs, fine, do it. If it means talking to the provider and telling them that, hey guys, if you guys don't clean up your act and get ship shape, I'll have to move to another partner. You see that some providers will be receptive and willing to work with you to optimize and see what's going on and fix the problem. So yeah, take a note of your negative feedback and what's causing trouble in your delivery systems and returns. Figure out what the problem is collaboratively and work to rectify the situation on behalf of your customers. You see that This could be the slight edge you need to differentiate yourself from any other competition selling the same type of goods you're selling. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is Christmas inventory level management. So periodically you always review your inventory from time to time, but you need to do this exceptionally well and often in December, just because people are shopping for themselves, for their family and friends, and lots of gifts will be purchased at this point in time. So you need to look at your inventory and see, can you handle your anticipated demand during the Christmas rush? And if it's not enough, you need to figure out how you can have a joint venture partnership or go to the market and buy products that you can stock up on your store. Because right now, foreign exchange is kind of difficult to come by to restock from abroad. So you need to find creative ways to manage and build up your inventory without having the overhang of looking for dollars or pounds or whatever to buy from overseas. And you also need to figure out a way to keep enough stock on hand for up to February. I'll call it actually 2 months after Christmas, just because given the fact that people might like what they see their friends and family go for Christmas and would also want to get the same type of product. So post-Christmas shopping season is also a good way for you to get some excess inventory sold before you restock for the next couple months. So I would say have enough products on hand to tide you over till February, just so that you can meet any overhang in Christmas demand. And that's my 2 key lessons for today, for the second day of Konga 12 days of e-commerce Christmas. So any questions and comments, please feel free to leave me a message on the YouTube channel. That's Konga Course. You can also check out my ecommerceruns.com blog, where I blog periodically about the new developments in e-commerce in Africa. As always, my podcast, audacious.com, I interview entrepreneurs in the e-commerce space in Nigeria and other interesting entrepreneurs doing amazing stuff in Africa. I've had people like Raphael Afedor, former co-MD and co-founder of Jumia.com.ng. I've had Marek Smisłowski, former MD CEO of Jovego.com. I've had Victor Asemota, one of the pioneering e-commerce and BPO entrepreneurs from our region. So yeah, check it out. And if you have any other questions, comments, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. So with that said, thanks for listening to day 2 of the 12 days of e-commerce Christmas. And I'll be back tomorrow to share day 3's lecture. Bye guys. Cheers.